time. Hey folks, Nick Culbertson here, and welcome to the last episode of Making an Insane Rhythm Game. Last time we finished up the audio, and today we are going to be finishing the game, releasing it, and marketing. All that's coming up, but first let's take a look back at how we got to where we are now. Let's get started. Today we're starting a brand spanking new game development project. The game we're creating is going to be a hyper-casual rhythm game. Let the work commence. Drum roll. Blast beats. But actually there will be one achievement if you beat the game 100% complete. Now I'm creating a blueprint for how I want all the different screens to look. This is the general flow of a lot of video games out there. You put your music on the computer? Next, we have our level select screen, which includes the title, Level Select. And that's it for our game design document. That was easy. So we're going from designing this game into actually building the game. All right, so here we are creating our project, a moment of silence as we do so. Keep those projects small and don't worry about them being perfect. So you might choose to spawn notes at 0.5 seconds, 1 second, 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. One thing I wanted to show off is how we have achieved hitting over 999 warnings. Nothing's broken, it's fine. So here's where we got today. We set up all of our screens with navigation to point. We're able to play a level and have the notes spawning along with the music. So now we're back in Unity working in super fast mega turbo speed. We are picking up from where we left off the prototype. So for the first time ever, I present to you the blast beats that never was. Here we are, still changing these guitar strings. Oh, that's a bug. Hey, I found another bug, guys. Be a creative generalist. Now you can see our game actually looks like a game. Art Day! Art Day is best day is art day. I even made a flyer for it, Blast Beats Art Jam. This is the sprite sheet for our game that we're going to be working on. This is where all our chunky little characters are going to come from. I made the majority of these characters, but it was the art of the contributors that really are going to give Blast Beats its variety. Be the weird you want to see in the world. So let's talk about leaving a big impact. Go big or go bigger. So here's how our game looks now with all the art and our chunky characters. Dance time! Today we're moving on to the music. So we'll be going into GarageBand and building out these songs. First, let's move on to doing some sound effects. Yeah! You got 'em all! Ready, set, go!
Yeah! Awesome! Way to go! Bananas!
Showed it to my wife. She thought there's too much dance stuff happening. Oh, you're back. After getting all the audio finished last time, I went in and I started programming all of those note spawns to go along with the music. Now this is a pretty mundane task, and usually I'll just have some Netflix show on in the corner while I'm working. I think I trick myself into working. It's like, oh, I'm watching a show, but really I'm working. I've actually done that since I was a kid. Like whenever I do homework as a kid, I'd have the TV, it'd be like Saved by the Bell or something on while I was doing homework. I think I did my homework. I definitely watched Saved by the Bell. Hey, judge not ye older people for watching Saved by the Bell. We had to watch what was on TV, and I kind of liked it. I thought it was funny. It's kind of funny. It's not very funny. After I finished programming all the drops, I went in and did a final layer of polish. And then I sent a message out to the people on the Moby Pixel Discord to see if they wanted to playtest the game. I will, for now on, refer to these playtesters as buddies. So my buddies started playing the games, and I started getting messages back. The first buddy that wrote back said, the game was great. They were loving it. I even joked like, okay, should I ship it now? Ooh, but then I got a message from the next buddy. Game looks great, sounds awesome, can't get past the first level. We talked about it for a little while, then when I scrolled down, he said that he doesn't really play rhythm games much. Okay, fair enough. Maybe the game's just not for him. Ding! Oh, then I got another message. Another buddy. Can't get past the first level. No. I did it again. I did this same thing with Epic Orchestra, the other rhythm game I was making. I got it all the way up to the point of showing it to my buddies, and the first buddy I showed couldn't get past the first level. And sure enough, I made the same mistake again, and not only that, the same buddy that I found out it was too hard with before said this game was too hard. Look, I gotta call my bad on this one. In my case, whenever I get finished with a song or a piece of art, you just post it and you're done. Games are very different because once you think you are done with it, you're actually just started. You give it out to testers, like, here's my finished game. Oh, thank you. It broken. And it never goes as smoothly as you would like for it to. It's never just, oh, the game is done. Here's a small little tweak. But really, you want people of all skill levels to play your game. It lets you see these things that you were blind to. Because as you're testing your own game, you get very good at it. I am probably the best Blast Beats player in the world just because I've played it so much. That's a weird flex. See that thing I just made? I'm the best at it. Y'all can't beat me at this game you ain't never played before. One time I told a dude I could beat him at Madden, even though I'd never played Madden before. I take it back, man. You've got this. But still, I bet I could beat him in Madden now. So after getting back all the feedback from my buddies, I made a list of all the things that needed to get fixed, and we're going back in. We're gonna have to jump back into the game. You just gotta pull yourself together and get ready to go out there for this 5th quarter. You know there's gonna be a 5th quarter, but there is a 5th quarter. All right, you think you got what it takes to see this thing through? Do you? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. I know what we're gonna need. Hold on, let me get ready. We're gonna need a Gamedev montage. So in our easy mode for Blast Beats, I ended up adding 5 pieces of power, so you can miss 5 times as opposed to 3 times, and players can change that in the settings at any time. This was another example of how I tried to make something easy instead of adding a whole lot of complexity, like going back in and creating a specific note drop for an easy mode or a hard mode. Cool. I got a lot of great feedback from my buddies on this game, and each piece of advice that they had, I implemented into the game, and I think it makes the end product that much better. Okay, now let's talk about the marketing for our game. Now, if you are a creator, or if you're just someone who likes indie games, you might be interested in hearing what gets a project in front of people's eyes. And basically, I'm using 4 things. Number 1. What was number 1? Oh yeah, social media. So basically, anytime I was doing anything with the game or with this dev series, I would be posting about it on Twitter and Facebook groups and on YouTube, and then just spamming it everywhere like, hey man, you like games? I got a video game for you to play, man. Y'all like video games? Hey, stop over here. I got video game. Hey, y'all like video games? Oh, here's a normal post about what I had for lunch while building my free video game. Number 2. The second thing I did is I have an email list of all kinds of websites that cover launches of games. You can find these lists by Googling them. I have collected this list over the years of just different websites that do this stuff. It's usually a tips at whatever website, might be tips at Kotaku or whatever. And I will email out a pitch sheet or a press kit to all those websites just talking about the release, why it's special, and all the details of it. I would also email Google and Apple letting them know that the game would be releasing, and I also send a follow-up email whenever the app is released. I said I had 4. I forgot this one, but this one, oh wait, I just remembered. Number 3. Next one is ads. Ads, I don't know how ads work. I know how ads work, but I don't know if ads work well or if I just don't work well with ads. But typically, almost just to tick a box, what I do is I will set a small budget and I will pay to have ads for the app coming out as search ads on the App Store. For Google Play, I will use the Google ads, and I might promote a tweet or a Facebook post that are talking about both the release of the game and this final episode of the series you're watching. There's no science to it. I have not measured anything. I don't know if it helps or hinders. It doesn't hinder the success at all, but I don't know if it helps. So you might just be throwing money away. I might be throwing money away. Since this is a free game and it's not like Fortnite, each actual download is worth like a fraction of a penny. So that means your user acquisition cost has to be less than a fraction of a penny. So ads for an app on this scale with this low revenue, you will not see that return on investment financially. You might get more downloads, which could lead to better search ranking in the future, but dollar for dollar, you're just aimlessly throwing money at a problem, and that's never really a good solution. But it's all an experiment. If it works somehow, then I will let you know. We will follow up. Let's connect again in the future. It might not work. I don't know, man. I'm just a guy making a video on his cellular telephone here, okay? Do I look like an expert to you? Do I? Number 4 is ASO. I am an expert on ASO. ASO is like SEO, but it is for the App Store. It stands for App Store Optimization. These are the things that you have total control over, like your icon, all your screenshots and preview videos, the metadata that you use for your description, your game's title, and the tags. All these things are used to try and help your app show up higher in search rankings, based on making it look appealing and trying to play footsie with the search algorithm. Oh, you've been playing footsie with the search algorithm again. Chances are, if you're a small creator, people are not always going to be looking for your game specifically, but they might be looking for a game in your genre. Say you made a pixel art inspired roguelike. Well, having pixel art, retro, roguelike somewhere in your description or even in your game's title is going to make it show up higher. Then you play to my heartstrings by making it look like Zelda and you got your first customer, brother. And that's it. That's basically, from start to finish, everything I do with marketing. Whenever I was first starting out, I didn't do anything with the ads or the social media or even trying to get it featured. It was all just up to what happened with this ASO. So it is a big component. And because I was targeting very narrow niches early on whenever I was not making games, some of those actually did stand out in a crowd. And again, it can help to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall because you really never know what's going to stick. I should mention I'm doing all of these things 6 weeks before the game actually launches. That's also why this episode was a little delayed in coming out. Apple likes to have 6 weeks to know if your game is going to be featured or not, so you have to be totally finished testing and have your release build 6 weeks before you are ready to launch your game. Then you tell them, you cross your fingers and hope that they feature you, and then you forget all about it because it was like 6 weeks ago. Now I'm going to let you in on a little secret. This isn't the first time I've recorded this series. What do I mean? Well, let me show you what I mean. Early on in the pandemic of 2020, I was looking for a way to stay positive and future focused, and so I started making some YouTube videos at home. One of those YouTube videos that I started making was a series on a rhythm game. It was this series, but not this series. I just set up a camera in my office with no lights and started recording. I also did screen caps of all the development work that was being done, and I started piecing together this weird series on making an insane rhythm game. I wasn't ready to start releasing the videos yet, and during that time, I started to upgrade my gear. I started putting out more YouTube videos, and I started finding my voice. Oh, there it is. So those first videos, although they were sincere, I was rambling even more than I'm doing now. And so I decided to go back in and re-record those first videos. And those first videos were actually the 3 episodes of this series. So while it seems like this game may have just been thrown together in a couple of weeks, it actually took a long time of building it. And I wasn't working constantly on this game. Like in October, I spent the whole month making pixel art every day. But then in fits and starts, I would keep on coming back to this game. Usually whenever I did have time to work on it, the development went very quickly. It wasn't until I got to the point of coding all those note spawns and finishing up the music that things started to slow down a little bit. But before that, those first couple of videos, whenever I'm just prototyping the game, the prototype came together in 1 or 2 days. The game development also happened pretty quickly, but then it was like finishing everything out is what took sort of weeks and weeks. But I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the progress that was made. I'm proud of how the game looks and feels now in this initial launch state. I always wanted to make a shred guitar album. Check. I wanted to make a game with cute little pixel art characters. Check. And I wanted to make an insane rhythm game. Chickadee check. And finally, I wanted to make a game development series showing everything that went into making an indie game like this. And we're almost done with that one, but not quite yet. So here I am, pushing the release button, drum roll please, as we release Blast Beats. That was it. That's it. So go pick up the game on Android or Google Play. Maybe in the future I'll port it over to the PC. Who knows? You might know if you're watching this in the future and I already ported it, but I don't know. Thank you so much for watching this series. You know, making this album, making this video series, making the video game, and the art have all been a part of my work life for months now, and so to bring it to a close, it just feels like it's a celebration, and I'm so happy that I was able to share it with people this time, as opposed to just working on it myself and then doing that one tweet that says, hey, the game's out. So thank you for coming along on this adventure. Hopefully we will have more adventures in the future, especially if they discover a way to do time travel, because then we could do like really future adventures, fighting aliens. That's basically it, fighting aliens. So here's a look at our game, Blast Beats, available now on iOS and Android. I might do a follow-up video to this later, but go check out the game, and if you like it, I do have two asks. One, you know, rate, comment, subscribe. I always say that. But two, if you play the game, you watch this series, and you enjoyed it, then leave it a review on the App Store. Thanks for watching the video series, folks. I don't know, I can't believe it's over, but it's just beginning for Blast Beats the game. So download it, go give it a play, or if you already played it, thank you for playing. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Roll credits. Whew. We did it. We did it. Y'all, you did it. Good job. Good job, you. Good job, me. Good job, me. No one else is here. Just me. Y'all did a good job. Yo, thanks to the tester buddies out there. Yep, that's right. Thanks to the artists. Thank y'all for watching. Yeah. Thank y'all for commenting. I've seen people commenting on these videos. It makes me happy. Makes me feel good. Don't forget, if you get 100% in the game, you can send me a message on Twitter. I'll put you back. Achievement unlocked. Right there, baby. Whew. Man, I'm still going to have to edit this video. That's alright. That's alright. I'll probably put some Saved by the Bell on. It'll be all good. Watch some Saved by the Bell. Do some video editing. That's cool. I'm cool with it. Hey, you down? I'm down. Hey.